To all those who thought I was done talking about mental health, please listen up because I will not be silent on this topic. This is a topic that needs to be discussed. There are so many going through this, so many dealing with this, and so many that don't know how to come forward and deal with any of these situations. If I can do my little part of having an episode come out weekly, have my own series to hopefully help at least one person out by situations that I've been through from some firsthand experience and other guests I may have in the future that have experiences, then I will definitely continue to do my part. I will not be silent. I will keep speaking on this, for it is important, and it is important to me. Please enjoy today's lesson on mental health, and please check on your people always. Never know what they are going through. Be blessed.
Welcome back to Lawn Dude on Earth. This is your host, Micah, owner of Lawn Dude Lawn Maintenance LLC. And no matter what time of day it is or night, I appreciate you listening. I thank you for listening to this podcast. I try to bring the real all the time. I try to bring the low light reel as well as the highlight reel. And I try to bring attention and notice to mental health, which happens to be what today's episode is on. It's another installment on mental health. As you know, I do these weekly installments on mental health because at one point this was just an ideal for me to do one episode on this, and then I realized one episode really isn't going to do much. Multiple episodes for me probably aren't going to do much. But you know what? I may not be a big-time YouTuber, but it might just be one person that listens to this and it touches them. And then they can go and speak to someone else, to their audience. And, you know, it could just catapult like that. So I'm not on here thinking everything's just, you know, going to be sunshine and rainbows, and every time I record a mental health installment, everybody's going to hear it. Because I know that's just not how it is. It'd be great if it was, but in a day, if I can reach one person with this mental health series, then I'm happy. Because it's just not enough people talking about mental health, man. And what kills me is only time you see business owners a lot of times on IG or Facebook are when they're talking about their successes, their wins, which is great. It's uplifting to other people. But sometimes you got to show your lows. Sometimes you got to talk about your lows. You got to relate to people, man. I can 110% say, oh my gosh, I can relate to everybody. I'm going through all the same struggles as everyone. I am not perfect, which is why I try to show my low light reel as much as I show my highlight reel. So don't mind me as well. This is also a truck talk. I am on my way down the road to I got about a 60-mile run one way, so 120 miles total, to go pick up this machine that's getting warranty worked. So I figured I'd go ahead and record my mental health installment for the week, man. But today, I'm not really talking about a specific topic when it comes to mental health, other than just awareness. Please start looking at mental health as something that is important, that you need to be aware of, that you need to learn the tools to be able to diagnose it and even self-diagnose it for yourself. And yes, I am the pot calling the kettle black for those who have been around a while and have grown up in the South like I have. When I say I am the pot calling the kettle black, for those who don't understand, is I'm basically saying that I am giving out this advice, and it's advice that I'm trying to get better at myself. I'm trying to get better at identifying when someone is going through it. And I think the worst part about watching somebody with mental health, especially someone that's close to you, is feeling like there's nothing you can do to help them, and you're trying your best to be there for them. You ask how they're feeling, which you know that's not really helping. But it's just not much you can do. You sit there, you're ready for them to just ask you what it is they need you to do. We're not even talking about wants. We're talking about what it is that you need us to do. That is like the toughest situation, man. And then to be able to self-diagnose, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a family person, I'm a man, so I can relate as a man. So if you're a family man, you know, as in you're married with kids, you know, you're trying to build your business as a business owner, if you wear all those hats, I'm going to tell you right now, 9 out of 10 times, a lot of you are going to be dealing with mental health and keeping that in check, or trying to keep it in check, because there is always a different challenge in business alone. Then you add into trying to be there as the family man. Because I know for me, I've decided a long time ago, my family come first. My family come first. So that whole staying up from, staying out in the field from dawn to dusk, that's one of the things I try to make rare happen. Because I want to be involved in my family's lives all the time. But I say all this to say, you guys to check on your people, man. You guys to check on your people, especially if you know that they're going through something. And even if they're not speaking on it, you guys to check on your people. Sometimes you calling them up might be the highlight of their day. You just never know. And once again, like I said, being from the angle of where you're trying to help somebody through it, it's tough because you're trying to feed off of them, so to speak. But at the same time, you're just trying to be there for them and do everything that's right. So, this week, man, I'm going to keep saying, when you do check on your people, you also need to ask how they're doing, how they're feeling, how's their mental. You have to, because that's how you check on your people. That's how. So, all I got to say here, man, is we got to keep awareness going when it comes to this. Nobody wants to be the one to talk about this, man. No one wants to sit here and act like there's so many, guys out there that, they want to portray they're the big burly man, who drives lifted trucks, eats a pack of nails for breakfast, big scruffy beard, mountain man styles. He don't talk about mental health. I'm a man. I don't need to talk about no mental health. Man, you just gotta get over it and keep it pushing. Yeah, well, that's one way of looking at it from that perspective. But my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, so I'm gonna be on 1,000 right now. Everybody's situation is different. You can't just tell somebody to pull up their pants and keep pushing forward. Some people's depression, some people's mental health is so far gone that is not the advice you want to give them. You want to try and give them words of encouragement because you want to be there as a sounding board to listen to that person. and see where it is that you can help. You want to constantly ask that person how they're doing. Do you need anything? Because if you do, I got you. That's how it should be. That's really how it should be. I don't know how, over the years, like, since I've been grown, each year I watch less and less and less of stuff like that. And I'm tired of that. We grew up learning stuff like holding the door open for people, speaking to people, striking a conversation with whoever. I'm going to tell you right now, I still have that gift. By the grace of God. I would like to say I probably got that one from my mom. Because I don't know how many times growing up we would be like in an area somewhere with people that we don't know, and she would just start up a random conversation with them. So guess what? I can sit here and say I'm that same person. I do that the exact same way in everything. I start up random conversations. That's what I do. So be sure to check on all your folk, man. Like, for real, for sure. You got to. That's all I got for this week, man, on mental health. I would like to get into it some more, but I'll be on here for another 20 minutes, man, because I can't get over the fact that it is beyond important to keep raising awareness for mental health. Real time, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It's probably the last thing I say on this podcast for today. I haven't told really anyone this outside of my direct circle, but we're working on possibly getting uniforms from a different company. I'm not gonna mention the company until everything's final, but they've already gave us the offer to be the ambassador for them, and I love the quality of what they seem to present. So I say all that to say, like, if you've ever seen some of our Lawn Dude work shirts, we put like all the ribbons at the bottom. All the ribbons, not even at the bottom, like in the middle, so that we can build awareness. So, with me working on these new shirts and jackets, I'll tell you right now, I'm about to make sure all the ribbons are on there, especially mental health, because that one is important. People sleep on it. They act like it ain't nothing. It's something to improve on. That's all I got for this week, man. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.